On today's episode, we welcome Nordikon, founder and CEO of Profibook. Nordikon, welcome.
Thank you, Maxime. Thank you for inviting for this podcast.
Absolutely. So, can you walk us through your background and why you started your business?
Sure. So my background is in engineering domain. I did my bachelor's and master's in robotics, and I lived in different countries and different continents in Asia, Europe, North America. And I've been working in oil and gas industry, in automotive industry, in space technology. And before founding Profibook, I was in the top manager position in Ericsson. I was the head of the engineering department there, and also dealing with the global Industry 4.0 initiative to digitalize all those factories. So at that point, I realized that at that point, I already accumulated more than 12 years of experience. And I realized that this is the time when I kind of need to pivot from the corporate world and go and apply the knowledge, skills, the experience I gained to build something which is helping a lot of people. And I gathered the team. At that point, I didn't know what we will be building, but I quit the job, gathered the team, and we started brainstorming. And we made kind of like a list of 40 problems that are out there. But one problem was coming again and again in different forms. The problem was that people were spending lots of time finding help with various things. It for mounting TV on the wall, ending with whom should I contact to ask for the tax advice, ending who can help me to walk my dog. So a lot of different needs, and they're all kind of like scattered, all different kind of life situations. And we started looking deeper into that, and then we realized, oh, it's actually bigger than we thought. It's not just about connecting people. It's not just about building another marketplace. It's actually that service providers, they are working around the clock. They are so busy. They are so having such a hectic life because lots of things are manual. Lots of things are not really transparent. So for instance, like the time tracking or how they handle these quality disputes. And that's where we realized, okay, we don't need to build just another marketplace. There are many of those out there. We need to build end-to-end solution. We need to build something kind of like operating system for services. And that's how Profibook was born, which the mission of Profibook is to automate everything all the way from the leads, all the way to the order completion and quality reviews and payments. So to close the whole loop. And we didn't stop there because we understand that the trust is important. So we built the full automation and we made out of this. So on top of that, we wrapped this into kind of like a own social network. So which is kind of like LinkedIn, but for those people who are doing things with their hands.
Are you just the CEO in the business, or do you have partners that help you build that platform?
I do have, even though I must say that people were coming and going. I had different
Yeah.
co-founders, and
Okay.
so the team is not the same as it was in the beginning, so to say. And
And go ahead.
so I'm dealing as a CEO. This is the CEO position, but I'm also heavily in the technical part, since I'm a technical person with a technical background and dealing a lot of with the product itself, building the product. But currently, yes, I do have a partner who is now helping out with financial part, with the sales part, those kind of things.
And how was it coming from like that big technical background starting into business? Because you did that entire corporate job, was basically just go there, be the tech guy, and now you basically have to learn all business, starting your own business. So how was that transformation, that move from corporate to business owner?
Well, I must say that in corporate world, yeah, I started as engineer and I was going through all the engineering domains. But eventually, when I quit Ericsson, I quit as a top manager. So
Oh, okay.
I was still in the technical domain, but I was also exposed to experience of managing teams and doing this on a global scale. So this definitely prepared me, but definitely it's you cannot really compare the experience you gain in the corporate world in a kind of sandbox with the real entrepreneurship. And I knew that, and that was also one of the reasons why I pushed myself that okay, I need to go out of my comfort zone. Everything is nice in the corporate world. You're getting your salary on time. Everything's like you living in this kind of like bubble. So to a certain level, it's nice. You gain lots of experience there. But as an entrepreneur, no way. You, it's really hard. It's like too different, and it is stressful to go out. But that was maybe it's also part of my personal mission that I'm not looking for the easy ways. This is also why I'm also I'm always asking myself why am I here? What was the point? And one of those things is obviously to develop spiritually, intellectually, and definitely this is only with going out of the comfort zone, going the hard way.
Yeah, and it's definitely, I think, talking from an entrepreneur, it's like going into business, you think it's gonna be easy and everything's gonna come easier than what you think, and then it's like a big slap in the face where it's like, no, you have to learn this, you have to grow towards that. It's always like a personal journey towards something. It's like it's challenging all the way through your goals and where you want to be.
It's similar to kind of wine, if you must say that. You know, you go and they say, okay, this wine is expensive. It stayed long. It's been there like for 100 years, something like this. And I feel it's the same with the business, building business and entrepreneurship. The longer you stay in the bot, the longer you manage through ups and downs, the better is the taste and the more valuable you become and more valuable you experience. If you manage to go through those storms, ups and downs, and I think this is really valuable. One of the most valuable things that I really treasure it's this kind of stamina or the stress resilience. If you train this, then anything is possible basically.
Hmm. It's a good way to think about it. So coming back to your business, we talked about marketplace a little bit for people that works with their ends and that need to find clients and doesn't have time. We kind of know that there's already marketplace out there that basically kind of offers something that looks like it. What's like broken from these apps that you saw that you could do different compared to them?
Yeah, very good question. As I mentioned, we did lots of research, and we definitely noticed, okay, there are lots of marketplaces. Why do we need to build one another one? And that's exactly why not building another marketplace. So we do have kind of element of marketplace, but it's maybe, I don't know, 10-20% of the whole product. It's not the core. And because it's not the core, there are two things. Because it's not the core, and this is like the biggest difference compared to other ones, we're able to truly save time. You don't, I mean, if you are in the shoes of the service provider, for instance, you don't get the whole zoo of different tools. You truly get the full automation from the lead all the way to order completion. You don't have to copy this data. You don't have to think how to integrate. You don't need to think about all these handovers of data. So it's really saving time because it's end to end. That's the first thing. And second thing, because it's marketplace is not the core product, we can be more flexible with the business model. So those marketplaces, they are really limited in how they charge and how they earn. And so basically the main mode of earning for them it's usually from the leads. So they ask service providers, okay, someone opens up your profile, you have to pay us. Doesn't matter if they book you, they just open your profile to view, you have to pay us. And obviously it's pissing off those service providers. They're getting bills, they have to pay those bills, but actually they are not getting orders. They're just, in many cases, wasting money, paying for nothing just for people opening their profile. And same thing with ads. And with ads, it's even broader issue. So those marketplaces, they sell those ads, but because there are so many of those and saturated, no algorithm can kind of like handle, well, whom should I prioritize? The one who pays me more? But this is kind of like becomes a ridiculous game. And the same issue actually with Facebook and Instagram. And it's even worse in Facebook and Instagram. They have to put up big budgets on buying ads there, but then they're competing with lots of different categories. I mean, you are offering plumbing, but there are so many other things there, and there is so much of noise that you need to cut through. And we're actually addressing these issues because we're not just a marketplace. This is not our core. Our main core, first of all, it's building trust that there is full transparency. And this full transparency and trust is only possible when it is end-to-end. When the customer comes as a lead, makes the booking, and there is and for instance, this booking is done not like on the company level, but they actually see, okay, who is from your company is going to provide the service. And every user which comes to the platform, we verify them. We like the bank. We carefully review each person who is coming. So it means that you cannot create those fake accounts to trigger, to kind of make fake orders and put up fake reviews. And when it comes to reviews, we also built our no fake mechanism. So how it works, for instance, people cannot upload testimonials or pictures. It has to be at the location and it has to be on the time when the order was booked. So it's live recording. And this is not possible when you just have a marketplace, because we have this end-to-end loop. We can ensure that it's safe, it's transparent, it's safe, and there are no fake reviews, which is one of the biggest issues with those platforms like this Angie's, TaskRabbit, Thumbtack. They cannot really ensure this because they don't see all the steps of the process.
So is there a platform that kind of look like the one she did? Is there someone that you looked at and you kind of base your platform from? Or what kind of platform kind of look like it?
To be honest, I really haven't seen like end-to-end solution like what we're doing. I do see big players out there who are dominating certain segments. So there are leaders in the marketplace domain like Angie's, this TaskRabbit, Thumbtack. But then when it comes to automating, doing business automation, there are players like Service Titan, Jabber, Housecall Pro. So there are leaders in different segments. But what we're doing, we're building the product which is across all those segments. And direct competitor, so to say, who is doing same thing, which is like automating end-to-end, I haven't really seen. I mean, among big players. Maybe someone also has similar idea or trying to build something, I'm not sure. And that's the thing, because it's not easy to build. It's kind of relatively easy to build a marketplace. You say, oh, this is kind of like straightforward. I just connect these people with those people who provide services, just post the ads, and that's it. Job done.
Yeah.
But we're not doing that. What we're doing, we are really going deep into building, as I mentioned at the beginning, operating system, which is really cutting time on the admin, ensuring full transparency, because it's fully connected.
And have you guys got any feedback from those small businesses that are using the platform from those automations? Like, do those small providers actually see a big difference from those automations that it's using the platform?
Absolutely. It's in a time saving, it's at least 20 hours per week that it can save. It's really cutting down. It's like 50% saving of time per week. And I can't tell you in terms of money, but it's a huge amounts of money. Especially, it's not just about saving time. One dimension is saving time. Another dimension, the feedback that we got actually is also that it requires less people, less hierarchy. Because, for instance, how it works in many companies is that, first of all, this layer when people contacting, so to manage these different sources from where the orders are coming, they have to hire kind of people sitting on the phones, hire people who would be managing those orders or kind of doing this kind of sales. So this reduces this kind of layer. Then how it works is that when they're receiving order, they have to pass to another department, which is operational. And in operational department, they have whole hierarchy, who is managing people, who is managing warehouse, who is managing this and that. And so they have to pass all this information, they have to agree, they have to communicate before the actual order is happening, is taking place and is completed. And with our system, imagine you are opening, let's say, like the app. You are asking your AI agent for the service. It picks you the right people, and you just confirm. And those people, bypassing a whole hierarchy. Let's say you have company, you have your staff. Let's say you have plumbing company, you have your staff. So when the people are booking, your staff immediately gets, and we know when they're available, they're immediately getting the order. They're getting all the information. Okay, this is the person and this is the issue they have. They answered all our questions that we have predefined. They have already paid because we have also automated pricing, breakdown and calculation. Simple. No one is has to say, hey Joe, I got the order, here's the information, and he's asking, can you ask them to provide more information? Actually, we are missing this and that. Nothing like this. It's like instant booking. Immediately all the information is available to the frontier, to people who are just going on site, let's say. But the beauty of this platform also is, and why it's so unique, it's not just like automating all these steps. We also put a lot of effort to make it platform agnostic, service agnostic. So I just gave example with plumbers, like on-site services. But when we were developing this, we initially were talking to cleaning companies. So there was a heavy focus on cleaning companies. But then we took a step back and we thought, hey, what's the point to download the app where there are just cleaners? What does it mean from the end user perspective? I have one account and app for the cleaners, another app for the plumbers, the third app for the lawyers. It's going to be a whole crazy on my phone. I might not need them every day, those people, but wouldn't it be nice if I had all these different options in one app? And then from that point we thought, okay, but how do we build such thing which works with so many different trades? What's common in between? So we started thinking like that. And we managed to build the system which handles what we call 7 types of different services. So we're not thinking about plumbing type of service on that level. We're thinking rather by the mode of delivery. So we say, okay, there are on-site type of services, and we think what is common between all the on-site service? They're all coming to the customer. They all dispatched. And we started building around this. And then second, we said, okay, remote services. These guys are not coming to the people. So this could be kind of like tax advisors, lawyers, something like this. Then the third type is the real estate agent. You don't pay them immediately. It's success fee based. They sell your house or they get the rental, then they get from that one. Okay, this is another type. Then one another is a fixed location. You want to go to Nails, to Spar, you go to their location. What's common between them? They all have their own location and all other kind of parameters associated. So we really took kind of like scientific approach and we built a system which works with a wide range of different services.
And whenever someone's applying for a kind of job, let's say the plumbing example that we have, how does the AI or the platform suggest companies to them? Do the companies have to like pay to be in the top person to be suggested, or how do they actually know which company is supposed to be suggested to them as a top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whoever?
That's a wonderful question, because this is another reason why service providers love us, because we don't sell ads. We have no ads policy. So it means service providers, they cannot buy to be on the top in the search or something like this. And we also don't sell ads to third party. And we make it explicitly clear we don't sell any data to third party. All the data is kept secure, no ads, nothing. It's pure professional platform, 0 ads. So what we call the system that we have built, we call it merit-based. And algorithm is constantly evolving, but there are two main things, two main principles how the algorithm works. So first of all, when you're new, definitely we want to help you out to gain visibility, exposure, to gain more customers. So this is the first dimension. You are new, we will try to push you up to get more customers, to get more orders. Then the second dimension, which is more purely what is called merit-based, it's the more you do and the more reviews you are getting, the higher chance that you will be exposed and recommended to others. So you see the beauty of this. You're not making your way to the top by paying. You make your way to the top by working hard and doing job well. And this is super clear. When I was speaking to service providers, say, wow, this is really amazing. This is what we like.
And have you seen, like we talked about the fake review system that you guys have to actually make sure that all the reviews that are there are authentic, and that helps you being on the top and being picked for those jobs. Is that something you saw in the old platform, that fake reviews were like such a big thing for them that destroyed a little bit of the platform? Or like, why is that fake review thing such a big thing for you guys on the platform?
It's actually huge. It's a huge issue.
Okay.
And again, it comes from our hours of discussions with the service providers, understanding their pain points. And to be honest, this is really straightforward. So basically, I mean, again, this example from this Andrew's list, for instance, how can you be happy as a service provider when the platform allows person to kind of register on the platform and basically after that to go and write review without any proof that they actually ordered anything or had any kind of interaction? This is like first layer. Can you imagine? They're not checking this. Just you sign up and you just go and write review. Simple like this. This is the first layer. But the second layer, okay, even if you had order, the question is, how do you know that this is honest feedback? This is not kind of like painting in a negative way for no reason. And this is more even challenging. How do you ensure this one? And when I was speaking with service providers, it's actually really quite common that the clients, they're asking to return money back for bad service, and they are sending pictures of supposedly bad service. And usually they do this exchange in kind of like in WhatsApp, in a kind of basic messengers. They don't have any proper like system. And you can't do anything. You have to return. They send me the back picture. What can I do? How can I dispute? I have to give money back. It's kind of like loss. And the only way for them was to jump into car for the owners of those companies, go to the location and check themselves. And you have multiple locations. This is really crazy waste of time. Some even had to drive hours to different cities to go to location and check themselves what was the quality and how all those things work. And even then, it's not kind of like helpful because you don't have this real-time possibility to check. But it was happening quite often that clients were claiming money back and they were sending pictures which were actually pictures taken 3 months ago. And because you can upload those pictures, you can't really say anything. You can't prove that this is was it from the last order or wasn't it from the last order? It's such a big gray area. So the issue is actually big. This is a really big pain point, and I'm really proud that in our system, you can't, first of all, you can't leave review if there is no order. And because we are not just marketplace, because we handle all the way from the booking, all the way we are tracking location when the stuff came, when the order was provided, we know 100% that order was provided and where it was provided. And And we basically do this geotagging that we're not letting service provider side and client side to upload any picture. Okay, this is the time when you have order, this is the location, you have to be there, you have to be at the time to put up review. Time order is completed, you are not at location, sorry, you cannot write anything.
And how do you make sure that the service provider is actually going to the place and do it? Is there like a localization on their phone to actually see they went to the address? Like how does that actually work to make sure that everything is done properly?
This is again because we're not building just marketplace, we're building full-blown operating system. So how it looks like is that client, they have mobile app through which they like Profibook from where they found. Manager has mobile app Profibook where monitors where the people and how the company is working, and staff also has Profibook app. So all of them, they have our app, and this gives us a lot of control. But I must say, very important thing, we're not tracking people all the time. This is absolutely no. We're not tracking the location of people. I mean, if they go for lunch or dinner, we don't track the location. No. But how it works is that we know, okay, there is a booking. Let's say the booking was from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. And at this time slot, order is supposed to be provided. So what we do before this time slightly, we start pinging the phone and checking, does it match the location where the address was provided, client's address, where it's supposed to be provided. And by this, we're solving two problems actually. No fake reviews. So we check that, okay, you're actually at the location. And second thing, also time tracking. This is another issue. Because many workers, they are hourly based. We're not letting them to start time tracking if they're not at the location. You cannot be like, I don't know, 100 miles away from the location and press a button that, oh, I started working. You have to pay me while I'm still not there.
Yeah, it's a little bit like Uber, basically. How Uber works: whenever the client gets with the driver, then the driver can authenticate the person is with him and then start the clock from where they are and how they actually got it.
Yeah, it is similar in that sense.
So can you go ahead?
Yeah, just one thing to add, but it's I want to again to repeat, this is a really big problem, but because we are solving this problem, this is one of the biggest values that we bring, and I must say that we are doing really. I mean, the system is really complex to handle this, because I must remind that, as I mentioned, we are service agnostic. We are not just building this for the on-site services. So we are building this for different kind of scenarios. There are still gaps that we're closing, and we will be continuously improving, obviously, to make it more accurate. It's not 100% guarantee at this point. And it's really hard to make it like 100% guarantee. But this is really deep research, deep work. It's a very complex system to establish this for various kind of services, such kind of no fake review system.
Yeah. And I think you guys tried the market lunch in New York City, if we talked about on the last call we had. How did that go? What did you guys learn from the app with that market? What was like the big revelation from that real testing, basically?
Well, it's a really I would say, if not one of the best, is maybe the best location in States to launch. I mean, if you speak about New York City, it's about 30 million population, including those boroughs and nearby areas. So it's kind of like a country in itself. And we're still at the beginning of the journey, so I can't really share so much of kind of knowledge and experience in that sense. But I can see, obviously, when you live in a big city, this is where those kind of services where there is this high speed, this is more this kind of things in more in demand. where you want to open up the app and quickly find someone to come and help you with various kind of things. And one of the things that I have learned, and my team also learned, is matching this kind of like expectation when you're building. Obviously, I have mentioned that marketplace is not our core product, and this is what we are proud of, that we're building the full automation system. But when you come to service providers, number one thing they ask, oh, I want to get more clients. Eventually, I want to get more clients. I want to boost my revenues. And then you have to kind of think, okay, there is demand and the supply side, how I kind of match them at the same time. And it's not something very unique to New York or to our experience. It's kind of same thing which every marketplace would face. And I would say this in the beginning stage, this is like the big challenge, and we are still facing this kind of like challenge. But that's why we learning from that experience, we made sure that regardless of whether you're getting orders from Profibook as a service provider, let's say if someone calls you or writes you in WhatsApp or sends you email or use whatever system you get order, you still can use Profibook. It will not be kind of full automation because you need to enter this information about order manually. But with AI that we have applied here, you can just basically record with your voice explanation, okay, this is the order, they want this and that and that. And everything then is getting pre-filled nicely into the right places. And all the rest is automated. It still gets to the people, to the staff, all this information. They know where they need to get into. There is time tracking implemented. There is still no fake quality reviews that can be given. So we're prepared in that sense to make sure that, okay, when in the beginning we're not really maybe bringing you so much clients, when we're still building the customer base, you still can use this benefits of automation for your business.
And what's been working well for the platform or for all the system that you guys build? Because you guys basically built a lot, like you said, it's like a big automation systems altogether. So what's going well for the business as of the application, maybe the product, the providers, like what's going well right now for everything?
So I would say, answering to this question, and I think this is also continuation to the previous question, it's connected. Another thing that we have learned, and which also I would say really opened up well and made things go well or go better. Obviously, with this kind of system that we're building, where we want to ensure that there is no fraud, no fake, we ask lots of information from service providers. For the consumer side, it's much easier, less friction. But from the service provider side, we will ask your document, we will ask your selfie, we'll run those AI checks. So there is this kind of friction. You need to spend time to just sign up. You can't just put up your email and start providing. We're not letting this to happen. I would even tell that we're not letting service providers to put names in their profiles and pictures. We extract this from the documents and from the live selfies. That's how much you can trust that. You can't really. And if they mess up, for instance, and they kick out from the platform, no way they can create another account. Not possible. We'll check the document, government ID. And all the government IDs that we check, they have to be unique. So there are a lot of steps, and this creates friction. But then, okay, we realized we need to kind of simplify this to make it easy, especially in the beginning where people don't know so much about the platform. And we made this, and this really helped up to increase this kind of conversion. So what we did is we said, okay, deal, let's make a compromise. You are the owner of the company, you have staff. So we will give you the option that you don't need your staff to download the app as well, if you don't want to. We can give you kind of like light access. So what you will have to do is that you put up the email or the phone number of your staff. They will get link from us, which will not ask them to download the app, but with this link, we'll just ask them to do verification. We'll check the government ID. We'll check their identity, basically. And that's it. We check their identity. We create their profiles. They don't download any app. They don't have to learn anything, how to use and so on. But as a manager, you have listed all your stuff. And basically, when you get orders, you can just manage yourself. And in your old way, obviously, it's not full automation, but in your old way, you can pass information to them. But this makes kind of like a bit easier to sign up, faster to sign up. That, okay, I will try myself, I'll manage, I'll pretend that I'm also the kind of staff, but I just need to make sure that they are verified. So this is like the balance that we stroke here.
And like that was maybe my next question, going into like the biggest challenges of the business. Is that one of the biggest challenges, or is it like marketing, finding those people that want to get on platform? Like what's the biggest challenges that you're looking at from the business perspective?
Well, exactly. The biggest challenge, I wouldn't say it's marketing and finding those people at this stage. Because one of the biggest differences, and I haven't actually seen anyone doing that. Let's say one of the most popular ways for people to search for services is on Google Maps. And you see there is Google business profile. And then people leaving reviews in Google reviews. But you see there is a company, and company might have 50 people, for instance. And all these reviews and all this ranking is for the whole company, for all those 50 people. If you think it's extremely inaccurate, it's kind of like average temperature in the whole building you're trying to measure. So one of the beauties here of what we're building is when you're booking, you are not booking the company. We are letting you to choose in the company, and you know who is in the company will be providing service. That's number one thing. Number two thing, when you leave reviews are given not to the company, but they're given to the people in the company. And so what happens is that it's a win-win. I, as a service consumer, I have better trust because I have more selection with like people to people, who I know who is exactly. I'm not just seeing the logo and the name of the company. And on the other side, I, as owner of the company, I can say, okay, Joy is doing nice job. He's consistently getting good response reviews, but David needs to improve. So I'm getting a really granular quality management system. And basically, with this kind of approach, I wouldn't say the problem is with the marketing, because if I go and speak, or anyone from my team goes and speak to the owner of the company, and we strike deal, it's not just one person. We maybe spend a lot of time discussing and convincing to go to the platform, but we get the whole company into the platform. So visibility is not just one company, it's getting 50 people available, 50 profiles that you can choose from.
Right. And then for the marketing, you have basically a B2B side and a B2C side. So you have to do all kind of marketing to bring on the clients and the service providers at the same time.
Yeah, that's very true. So at this stage, I must say that we definitely in the beginning of the journey, when it comes to the growth, to bring all those to grow the customer base. But if I compare with all the different kind of challenges, this is definitely not number one challenge, for the reason that I've just also mentioned you. And we're approaching, first of all, not these independent professionals, but first of all companies, because this is like the lowest customer acquisition cost kind of already from the start. It pays off. But the biggest challenge is to win trust, to go and provide this all data information, even this kind of like government IDs, and to trust to automate the workflow for the business. So why not just speaking that we bring you the customer? We actually want to automate your whole process, but you also need to trust us your data, so to say. This is the bigger challenge, and the way we solve this is the mixture of we listen to, we get the feedback, and we approach this from the technical side. Like I mentioned, we simplify kind of this onboarding, this sign up. And on the other side, it's basically giving opportunity for those service providers with whom we have direct contact to shape the platform. Because, I mean, obviously, if you are building something custom solution for yourself, that will cost you much more. And it's not just about building, it's also about maintaining those kind of things. But for them, it's also attractive in a sense that, first of all, we're addressing their needs without them spending, or actually not spending any penny, so to say. Like they say, okay, can you add this kind of feature for our moving company? And we think, yeah, we will add this, but we also think, it's probably, this is representative of industry. And we go and ask other moving companies, do you also need this feature? They say, yeah, oh, cool. No problem, then we'll build for you, all of you. This is kind of like common, industry common. That's the one dimension. And second dimension is what we're trying to explain is, look guys, it's not like one vertical. You sign up and you will be competing with others. You need to understand that the people who will be coming, they will be using the one app for different kind of services, like from plumbers to lawyers. And it means the customer base is going to be huge. Maybe right now it's not, but there is this kind of potential. This is another kind of big benefit.
It could be another area of like marketing for them to get clients, just another angle of them, instead of like Facebook ads or door to door or whatever marketing they do, that could be just another angle for them to take.
Exactly. And the beauty of the platform, as I mentioned, that it's merit-based. There are no ads. And the thing is, it's not just like merit-based in the sense that we say, okay, there are no ads and you just see those reviews. But we really build a social network. And when people, so when you as a service consumer, when you are searching for service, you have multiple different options how you can get service. But one of the options, when people are opening the app, they see Instagram-like feed. And they are scrolling through the feed. They are scrolling through they say, okay, I want, I don't know, someone who helped me with painting the walls. And so they put the filter, painting the walls, and they scroll through this feed. And the beauty of this is that those videos and pictures that they see, they are not uploaded by service providers. It's not fake content created. It's from actually completed orders. Imagine how amazing it is when you know all this is actually completed orders and you are swiping through the actually completed orders. You know this is not fake, and you say, oh, these guys did really nice job, let me book. And you click in the same app, you click button book, and booking is done, payment is done, scheduling is done, everything is fully automated.
So coming back to maybe your business, what's the big goal of 2026 or the next 6 to 12 months? Where do you guys want to be? What's the vision, basically?
Well, on one hand, there is this kind of like saying, if you want to make God laugh, just share the plans. But on the other hand, here, it's also, we're not making secret out of that, and I think this is also a good discipline for us to declare this in public and work hard to achieve that. So our target is to become #1 platform in New York City, Newark, and Jersey. #1 platform for booking and providing services. It's quite ambitious, even though we're limiting geographically the area. It's quite ambitious, but the value, I mean, it's just people need to get to know. But the product and the value that I see and this feedback that we are getting, it's it's not just we say we want to be number one because we want to be rich, but we really see that it can help a lot of people. The main idea, first of all, is to help people. And of course, if you pay us, we are happy and we are thankful. You pay us, we earn from that, but the money is never number one goal here. But because we've been really working hard developing this, and we see the value it brings, we really aim to get to this number one spot. So it becomes, I mean, even right now, if you ask people in that area, how do you find, I mean, you need some kind of service, how do you find? People will not say Angie's, or they will not say TaskRabbit, they will not say all those different kind of solutions. On top of the mind, people will say, hey, you know, I will Google, or I will post in Facebook group, ask them, or I will ask friends. So those top three choices. And we want to change that, because we can actually offer a much better alternative to those top three choices, which are currently are there.
So that's a great vision. So is there anyone that people can reach you and talk with you if they want to get on that platform on their side?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have the website from where people can reach out. It's profibook.co, and people also can reach out by email. So email is basically hq@profibook.co. And we're also quite open and active in the different social networks. We have on Instagram, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on X. So people also can contact us there. But the first would be the website. So from website, people can go download the app. They can go and sign up. That would be the easiest choice.
Perfect. So thanks, Nodir. Great conversation. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Maxim. I also enjoyed.